limelight, and I need all of you to subscribe to According to Woods podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and all other platforms.
What's good, party people? This is According to Woods, and I have the honor and privilege of having a Tahitian fighter, my sister, and competing in Hexagon MMA 1, the very first France MMA card with fans, full capacity. She's Flor Aito Hani. What's going on, sis?
What's up? It's been a while. It's like you've been inviting me for the third time now, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. That's total disclosure. That's really why. That's really why.
Yeah, every time I have a fight coming up, I'm having this interview with you. You know, I don't really do interview too much when I'm going to fights because honestly, it's sometimes you just want to rest, especially like on rest days and stuff. But I like it's for me. It's the opportunity to catch up with you because it's So yeah, I always accept to do the live with you.
No, I likewise, and I was kind of talking to you off air. Like that's just kind of it. Like we get to chat. I mean, how often, right? Do we get like two islanders that have made it to mainland, right? And
Right?
people are actually watching and listening, and we're kind of doing stuff like not the typical like caregiving or the stuff that most Polynesian like working on the docks or what have you.
Dude,
And nothing against that.
They have two islanders on live, like cursing and talking shit.
Pretty much.
I mean, like,
fuck
what,
yeah.
you don't even have to pay for that. It's free streaming, man. Enjoy it.
I'm just saying, that's what the internet is to me. Like, again, if you want nice and fucking put with a bow and whatever, there's like a million fucking news deals that do that. So if you want that, there, go do that. But if you want something else, something a little bit on the alternative side, that's what podcasting is for. Right?
It is. Yeah, for sure.
Which I'm honored. You know what? It's funny. I'll dial it back. Because I was a part of the. I'm still a part of the Gym Crashers crew, but like.
Oh yeah. You were doing it with Dondo.
Dondo,
right?
yeah. When he interviewed you at fucking Oyama, I was like, son of a bitch. Damn it!
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that he was like several times he was trying to get me on the show.
Yeah. And
it finally never happened. I've never been on the show. Like, so when we got this interview, it was the first time we were meeting each other. He actually met me by accident.
Really?
Because I was chilling in the backside of the gym, and he saw me and he was like, "Oh, you're a fighter?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Hey, can I interview you?" I was like, "Okay."
That was so fun.
No. It's a good show too. Like, yeah, but I forgot you were like part of the team too. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was funny because you know how like on SNL, how like the Chris Rocks and the Adam Sandlers, they were on the show and they come back when they're bigger and not to say I'm big, right? But they come back and they host the show. Well, I did that. I was a guest on Gym Crashers last week with Joey the Bull and Adam Arby, right? Out of Subfighter. And it was cool because like the last time I was there was like literally before LA shut down because of COVID. I think that was March 7th and what have you. And then the next time I'm back, I'm actually a guest. Wow.
That's funny.
It's weird. So weird. Shout out to the Gym Crashers and Free Admission Media. But shit, you're fighting in France. Like, did you ever think that would ever happen?
No, to be honest with you, I always thought this shit would never happen. I was getting to a point where, first of all, the legalization of MMA over there, and in Tahiti too, because we're under French rules. Honestly, I thought this was like up in the air and will never happen because there were too much problems like. The real problem of legalization, why it didn't happen earlier, was because like sports federation were fighting each other to get the MMA. and like mainly the judo federation was completely against it because they were like, oh, because they're one of the biggest, if it's not the biggest, federation about combat sports in France. They have a lot of people, and so they were really fighting hard for MMA not getting legalized because they were scared to like lose a monopoly. Everything's
Right.
politics when you get
Of
to that
course.
point.
Of course.
So they were the one like always fighting against it. Honestly, like officially, the thing was like, oh, people think it's too violent, blah blah blah. I mean, this is bullshit. The real reason why was that, and then finally, that's why the sports got legalized under another federation already existing. But it got finally legalized under the boxing federation. There's not at the moment, there's not, and even in Tahiti there's not like a full MMA federation, like sports, like you would call it, because federation is not like the word in English. You use a commission,
Right.
athletic commission, you know what I mean? So yes, so when they finally found a way to like agree on that, that's how it finally got legalized in 2020. But then, COVID happened. So there was like, no, there's no way this is going to happen. Like, before the first show happened was like sometimes beginning of this year. And it was like, not a real show, like open to the public or anything in a real venue. So the huge things that going to happen with Hexagon MMA is that, first of all, on a level of popularity, it's already set like it's going to be the huge French promotion of MMA, because it's actually they got the contract too, because in France, the UFC diffusion is on the channel on TV, is on
Right.
RMC Sports, which is pretty big. You have a lot of like big boxing fights. It's like, if you want to compare, it's like ESPN or HBO in United States.
Right.
And so Hexagon MMA is the only promotion that for the moment got a contract to have shows on TV. So that's going to be a big thing, because it means like for the audience, you're going to touch a lot of people like that, even overseas. And they might like have a contract with AXS too.
Yeah. Yeah. Access. Yeah.
Yeah, for the moment it's still, but it's official. They have the RMC Sports one, and also because they're gonna do the show with the real public, but like they chose the like biggest European arena. Like Paris La Défense is like like the only things you see over there is like huge, like World Cup, rugby or soccer, or like huge star that come for like huge show, like it's just, so it's gonna be huge. Like honestly, it's kind of like I love fighting with a crowd. So for me, this is probably gonna be the biggest crowd I will ever have attending a fight. One fight, especially knowing like all the community of Tahitian community in Paris might be huge. Yeah, I think it's gonna bring a lot of people, because a lot of people never saw me fight real, live, because I always fight overseas. I never fought at home. I never fought, in France. So it's the opportunity for many, many people to come and support me and see me.
Yeah. That's huge. That's
You know, it's
that's
big, it's exciting, it's
that.
huge, man.
Yeah, it's fucking bonkers, fucking bonkers. And Nate Ren says, "I'm really enjoying this interview. Adam Woods is always entertaining, and Flor Hani is hilarious. Thank you, Nate Ren of Podium
Thanks,
Sports."
Nate.
Yes, and then Anderson North out of Scotland, a talented pro wrestler, says, "How has COVID affected French MMA slash combat sports?"
Really bad, really bad. I think if people have been living the restriction in California state, um, let me tell you something. France has been way worse than that. We were to a point where like even the gym only reopened like this month. They reopened cafes, restaurant only now, this month. So it's crazy, man. Like, okay, I'm gonna start talking shit right now. The French government is the worst government ever. Like, when you have piece of shit people together ruling ruling a country, what do you think it gives? It gives big shit. You know, the economy is like fucking down. Like, they killed the fucking country. You know, it's bad. Like, it's a shame. Like, I'm pretty sure if you put any one of the people from the French government in public, like in the streets, they will get fucked up in like couple seconds. People want to fucking kill them. It's just so bad. Like, you know, I feel bad for France. Like,
Oh my, something. Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Flor. I'm just saying. Like, tell me how you really feel. We're apparently there's some technical difficulties now. That may or may not be attributed to what Flor Hani is saying. She's fucking ripping the French government a new asshole. Apparently, that's which hopefully that's not the reason why the stream is having technical difficulties. Hopefully, and then also we want her to go to France and then get a victory and then come back at Hexagon MMA. But it might. I don't know. It might not happen, is what I'm saying. But what's good, party people? This is According to Woods, and as we attempt to get Flor Hani back, yeah, Flor Hani is a Tahitian-born former military service person of the French government, army, and what have you, and also a former member and worker of the United Nations. Right? She's currently training at Team Oyama under Kuala Oyama that has birthed the careers of people like Carlos Esparza and Christian Aguilera. Right? The French government cut you off, sis. That's what happened.
see, see,
I
I
think
don't
so.
know. It's like my connection is suck. I'm sorry. Well,
No, I
anyway,
think
just to
it's the
tell you,
French
like,
government.
yeah, probably they fucking hate me. No, but like, just to say, yeah, they made people's life just horrible. I'm pretty sure, and I'm talking seriously right now. You know, the suicides and everything that happened is bad. Like, you know, you make people can't work. People, it's just it went to a level that you're wondering, like, is that a fucking science fiction movie or is that real life? You know.
Well, I mean,
So yeah,
the French, they have like crepes, right, and escargot, right. That, I mean, it's not all bad. Like, you get to drink when you're like
dude,
12. There's absinthe,
dude,
right?
what do you think French feels like when they can't even go to the restaurant?
Um, like
Yeah.
Americans. Is that what you're saying? Is that your
No,
gig?
I mean, it's just like, you know, I feel like socially in France, like, food is something really big, you know. So if you even take that away from them, like, you
Yeah,
know.
no, 100%. Anderson North says, yeah, gyms here in England opened only recently. As a pro wrestler with a background in MMA, let's just say our government hasn't done much better. And he's
Well,
like, we should have a three-way interview to rant about our governments. That'd be an international incident.
the problem is that every country who is part of Europe right now is stuck because everything is ruled by, you know, like, people don't have any, like, countries in Europe don't have supremacy anymore. You know, you have to follow what Europe vote and force you to do. So they all follow the same thing. You know, it's simple.
That's
So
why,
yeah, no surprise. Every government is doing the same shit. It's just that I feel like in France for some reason, like, I mean, dude, like when I see the government we have, I feel so ashamed. I feel ashamed to feel like people are able to vote for people like that. Like, I mean, what the fuck, man? Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
that's why.
vote, so I just, I don't do
Well,
that shit. I think
that's
it's just,
that's why I went balls deep into AMC, man. That's like righting all the wrongs. That's what I'm saying.
oh man, it's getting off again.
Yeah, which I mean, you're into AMC, right? Oh shit. Oh fuck. I think again, the French government might not like what we're doing here, but that's all right. We're gonna we're gonna get Flor Hani back and see what's going on. Yeah, and who's your favorite boxer? We will ask her, Nate Ren. So I will see. Hopefully, it's Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant. That's what I'm going with. Are there French boxers? I feel like I'm. I know there's Savant, right? And Savant is kind of like boxing, but different. Um, but yeah, let's see. Black screen. So, yeah. You guys in the comments, like, what the hell are you guys doing right now? Anderson North. I will enter. Let's see if we can make that happen. Obviously, Flor is going to France. Actually, she leaves sometime in July to fight for this fight card. But after, I think we should do it. I think we should do it. We definitely want to get her out of the country, right? First, because if she's talking this much shit about the French government, I don't know. I don't know, man. She might end up missing or something. I don't know. There she is.
hey, for real. No, I don't know what the hell is going on.
No worries, no worries.
I'm so
But
sorry.
you were talking about AMC, right?
Dude, I don't know if it's because my Wi-Fi is
I'm gonna think it's because you're talking ish about the French government. Um, yeah, totally up for that, brother. All right, Anderson North, come for you. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to the DMs. And I'm sorry. Why did I say Scotland? It's England. You're from England. I'm an idiot. I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. But as we let's see. Apparently we got frozen again. But I want to believe. Here's my tinfoil hat. That
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Dude, I'm fucking losing my shit now. I think it's the fucking Wi-Fi, so I turn it off and I connect it on my phone.
It sounds great. You look
I
great.
don't know, it sucks.
Again,
Yeah, I hope
see,
it's
you
gonna cut off again. I'm sorry.
you blame the Wi-Fi. I want to believe it's the French government. That's what I'm saying. That's all I want to believe. Make me believe, Flor. Make me believe, sis. Just saying. And
Yeah.
so Frencham. Which Nate Ren wants to know who is your favorite boxer?
The what?
Who's your favorite boxer?
It's cutting off again. Sorry. What did you say?
Who's your favorite boxer? Do you have a favorite boxer?
Who's Hey, it's cutting up so bad, man.
I think we'll take this home. Let's and we'll reconvene at another time, possibly. I think we'll do that. Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait. Is something happening? Can you hear me now?
Okay, sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Oh, Nate Rand wants to know who's your favorite boxer.
Whew. Currently, no, I don't really have a current favorite boxer. Maybe Canelo right now. Canelo. But it used to be like I used to love a lot of them. Like Cotto, Marvin Hagler. There were several fighters like back in more like in the 90s, 2000s. That were. I feel like boxing now is like not. I don't know. It's just as good as it used to be. You used to have very good, like there was like for a while you had like huge like fights with so many good boxers. You had Miguel Cotto, you had people like Pacquiao, like all
Yeah.
competing on the same level and in the same weight class and everything. But I feel like now it's been like I don't know.
Fuck Prince Nazim Hamed, that dancing ass
Oh
motherfucker.
man, he was.
Fuck
I
yeah.
didn't like the guy, but as a boxer, dude, it was amazing.
Jesus
It was
Christ.
it was pretty amazing. I really loved the. I was loved. I don't know. His way of boxing was so awkward. That was really interesting to watch. But hey, one loss, and he went to retirement.
Yeah, I mean, some.
Barrera really messed him up pretty bad.
Yeah, well, again, look at fucking Barrera. He's a fucking
Yeah.
dude, powerhouse, all skill, all killer, no filler. And Prince Nazim might have been some parts filler for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. When you said who's your favorite boxer, I half expected you to say Andre the Giant. Who's your favorite actor? Andre the Giant. Who's your favorite wrestler? Andre the Giant. I just wanted every fucking answer to be Andre the Giant. Swear to God. Who's your favorite triathlete? Andre the Giant. Fuck it.
Right? Yeah.
Pole vaults. Andre the Giant. Fuck it. And it's all a conspiracy, man. Hey,
Yeah, right? Right?
we might be living in simulation, and the Earth might not be round. No, I'm not. I'm not that hard of the. No, I'm not. I literally, as it left my mouth, I was like, no, I want that back. I want that. I want that back. Let's take that back. And Chavez Senior was Nate Wren's favorite boxer.
Yeah. Back in this time, no, it was good, but I've never been like a huge fan. I don't know.
So I mean, here's the deal. I think,
Like if you tell me Roberto Duran, fuck yeah,
yeah,
Roberto Duran, like man, yeah. But like Chavez, I mean, yeah, it was good. It's just I wasn't like I don't know, it was not in my favorite boxers.
I remember being a kid, and Chavez and Tyson fights were like your birthday, New Year's, Christmas, all wrapped into one, right? Where like whoever had the biggest TV in the apartment building, right? We pulled it into the fucking courtyard with the extension cords and everything, and everybody,
Yeah, it was
moms, dads, everyone, the entire fucking 30
Yeah.
unit apartment would watch, and everybody be cooking and everything like that. And I would even say the rise of Triple G is because he fights like a Mexican boxer.
He does. Triple G, the thing with Triple G is like it's impressive because he's powerful and dude, like he can take punches, man. Like sometimes you feel like it doesn't hurt him at all. But technically, I feel like Canelo's way more impressive when it comes to the technical part. He's really good. Like there's something you can take away from him is like technically he really became an impressive fighter and but I would love to see another fight between both of them because I feel like there was kind of a robbery when they gave it to
Yes,
Canelo, and
yes,
but
both
for
times.
sure, if they were fighting today, I think Triple G would lose.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's that much. What is he? 42, 43?
Yeah,
Right?
he's done. Like I think he's done. Is
Yeah. Look at look at Habib, right? And MMA fight purses, as you know, aren't even like maybe 2% of what boxing purses are, right?
at this level for sure. Yeah.
Right. So
It's
with
impressive all the money. I don't even know how it's possible to make that much money.
yeah. So well, Again, you're into AMC. Wait until September, sis. Wait until September.
Okay, so for the fucking AMC stock, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, like literally, I got into the shit because, because my girlfriend has been all over that for months. Like literally, like I've never seen this girl waking up early since I've been knowing him. But now she's on the fucking stock market, so she's up at 6 a.m. to check on the stock. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like when it came with the AMC and she started to put money in it, she was like talking to everybody. Like, oh yeah, you have to put money on AMC for like weeks. I've heard that. I swear to God. At one point, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So she's gonna be happy, and maybe I'm gonna make money. The thing is that I'm the type of person. If I lose $5 because I played money or invested stupidly, like I'm losing my shit, dude. I hate wasting money or losing money. So when I put the money on it, so I was like, hey, I better fucking make money because I'm gonna be really pissed off. And so like honestly, I don't know. I don't even understand shit when I get on the app. She's the one telling me everything about it. So she's like, yeah, we're gonna get rich, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And maybe I've done like $50 in like a couple weeks, and I'm like, she's like, no, don't sell it. I'm like, yeah, I don't understand shit anyway, so
No,
I don't know.
fucking hold. Hold on for dear life. Hodl, fucking Flora, hodl. And here's the deal. I would just love to be a fly on the wall in your guys' conversations, right? Because like
Because when you told me about the AMC stock and I fucking laughed, I was like, no, dude, not you too. Like, what the I'm like, is there a conspiracy around?
No! Everything else is a conspiracy.
Is that a sign of the destiny that I have to put money in that shit? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna.
Here's the fucking shit, though. Here's the fucking shit. I would love to hear a conversation between you two while the girlfriend is telling you, like, invest money in AMC, and you're like, no, honey, I'm gonna go get punched in the head for.
Okay. Hey, you're right. It sounds more ridiculous. Dude, when you say it this way, it sounds too bad. Hey, honestly, at the pace where I'm making money with the AMC, yeah, I better get punched in the face because honestly, like right now, I don't even think I can buy like a fucking tire for my car. Is what I made in the AMC.
Oh, you sound like somebody that got in at 60.
What?
You might be talking to somebody that got in at 12.
At 12?
Yes, sis.
What do you mean?
I got in at 12. I bought when it was $12.
Oh, yeah, no, it was already 50 when I bought it.
Yeah, no, fucking hold it. Just hold it. But the thing about it is,
no, because she was like telling me for weeks, and I was like, yeah, okay. Like I was like, okay, yeah, do your thing, And then she was like, no, for real, like I'm making a lot of money. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And this shit was already $50, so I bought 2 shares, But yeah, and hey, guess what? So she was just making money when she started with the AMC. She was like, every day, she was like, oh yeah, I made money and everything. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy it then. As soon as I bought it, this shit went down for a couple of days. I was like, yeah, okay. I was so pissed off. But yeah, now it's back up. So
buy that fucking dip. Buy the fucking dip. Right? That's what I'm saying. Just buy the dip. If it's low, fucking buy more. That's what I'm saying. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice, right? Not saying fucking whatever. But there is a motherfucker that might live in LA that fucking YOLO'd and put like 200, like his life savings into fucking Dogecoin. And
hey, some people do that. They do. Did you do that?
Not me. Fuck that.
No,
I have some.
She told me because she's like on a group chat, for people who do like, she's really involved in that shit. Okay. And like she told me, like there's a guy, he put all his retirement money on it that she knows. Uh, and I was like, dude, like, see, that's the type of shit I would never do.
Yeah, I mean, does the girlfriend fight?
No, no, she doesn't
Okay,
fight.
so you guys both don't do things that the other one does. Sounds like a regular fucking relationship. Welcome to the club. My wife doesn't watch fights. I don't cook. It's just fucking. It's a weird fucking place, man. Like she's so talented and like, she does like a lot of. Like the reason why I can do this is because of my wife. It's like I do this and this is my talent. And I after that you can make an argument. I'm an invalid, right? Um, Everything else that you like that you don't see is her is her like the
Yeah.
reason, well, yeah, so it's it like
So is that how the fact that you said that you have become a fat fuck?
maybe
Yeah, because she's cooking.
yes 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 so yeah I
So
know
tell her, hey, I need to unfat fuck myself.
yeah well that's the thing she's just like I love you but also your dad died of a heart attack so yeah, and I'm like, and unfortunately, my dad's brother, unfortunately, just passed away yesterday.
Oh
So
shit, sorry.
no, thank you. But that's the thing, So for me to be here, I really should know better, right? So like,
I know, I like that people, man.
well, see, I sold her.
You get more sensitive on diabetes and
Yeah,
like heart attack and everything. That's why everybody's fat in the southern Pacific Islands because people don't give a fuck about their health. You know, that's why they all. I think I heard like Tahiti was one of the highest diabetes in the world, something like that.
wow.
Yeah, behind Samoa maybe, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's and that's the thing that I'm trying to kind of like I've got it on both sides, right? Because I'm half caste, right? So I've got my dad's African descendant, a slave, right,
Mhm.
from America, and then my mom's, like shit. I shit you not. My mom's like brother passed away at their half brother's funeral. He
What?
gave the eulogy, went outside, took two pictures, and ended up passing away of a heart attack. So again, I've got it on both sides. I've got it on both
Yeah.
sides. My genetics.
Oh yeah, so it's really an urgency to unfat fuck yourself right now.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's why I was like, I look like a fucking pig because I was on the damn elliptical right before this damn podcast. For whatever reason, I got some. I had nerves. I got nervous and shit. I was like, let me just whatever. And then when it came time to do this fucking thing, I looked like I don't know somebody had put fucking Crisco all over my face, like chicken grease and shit like that. And I was like, that's not a good look. So I put on another shirt. That's how I podcast, folks.
Hey, that's okay. Nobody has to smell you right now.
Yeah, actually, there's my wife is like sitting off on the couch, going like this. So my kid too. How the fuck the dog? Why the fuck the dog? See, it's conspiracy. I'm just saying. I don't smell that bad. Took a shower. Ugh. But fuck, Hexagon, right? So how important is this to you? Obviously, you've fought on big stages before, right? But this is different, right? The fact that you're going home, regardless of the government, and maybe we'll quill that because we have to get you out of the country too. You have to come into the country because like I don't want to fucking on my damn timeline and shit like that scroll across with social media, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, Flor Hani got a fucking 10 pounds of cocaine that she was trying to smuggle into the country that they planted on you or whatever the fuck."
Hey, I'm not fucking with that. I'm trying to when I travel like that. I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, right? I mean, so I cover wrestling too, right? And the WWE, they went to a tour of Saudi Arabia after they chopped up a motherfucker. and got like 10, $20 million to do so. So I'm just saying, never say never is what I'm saying.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
But this is a big fucking card, right? This is, and it's
Yeah, I mean, they picked people who've been like fighting for a while, French fighter who've been fighting overseas for a while, and yeah, they tried to do like a big card. Which is funny is that so for my fight they brought a girl they gonna do Tahiti vs New Caledonia.
really.
Yeah. This girl is from New Caledonia. I mean she's been living in France for a while, but she's Caledonian. So
Isn't that
like
island on island?
islanders against islanders,
Yeah, they're probably like those filthy savages.
Right? That's how I feel like that's why people are so excited about it. They want to see who's gonna fuck up the other one.
Yeah, again, this is why I do this because, like, I think Dave Denkin from Camo was like, "Hey, Woods, why don't you fucking fight?" And I was just like, "Yeah, you'll match me up with either a big ass black dude from Compton or a fucking Samoan, which will beat the shit out of me and eat me too. Thanks, but no thanks."
Yeah.
Cool story, bro. And right now I'm heavyweight. Like, I'm fucking heavyweight. So, like, me against, like, Louis Schwinky from fucking CMMA, he's gonna obliterate the shit out of me. That's for no money. For no money. So, I'm good. That's why I do this. and Anderson Norris said, "Don't get me started on the WWE Saudi Arabia." Again, make your words soft and sweet just in case you have to eat them later. I'm just saying.
Dude. The fuck?
I was just saying. So how is the training any different? I mean, you've never fought a lady from New Caledonia, so
No,
is the training any different?
I'm expecting her to be physically strong. She's an islander. She's very experienced. Like she's been a K1 Muay Thai champion. So I'm expecting her to be like solid. Like she has a good record. She's 5-1 in MMA. But the stage in Europe is not as good as in the United States. So
she never fought in Cali Cage Wars.
No, she didn't, because she's actually a real fighter, man.
Ooh, ouch.
She's not like that's why do you bring me on that? Why do you bring me on that? Dude, I fought for Cali Cage I won.
Yeah, no,
because I had to catch up on the loss. Okay, I want to say something. I like the guys who organize Cali Cage that week.
Yeah, they're great. Joseph.
They're trying to put up good shows, and where they can put people that nobody else wants, I mean, for sure, the people, but sometimes you have good fighters fighting there, like, I mean, I've known a lot of people who've been there and they did 1 or 2 fights and, that happened, but dude, I know why you're telling me that one.
No, there's no dossier. There's no dossier. There's no dossier.
Did you watch? Okay, so Cali Cage couldn't make events in California, so I've seen they went to Arkansas.
Right, exactly. J Street Fights, absolutely.
So of course, who was on the card?
Wait, who's dudes?
I don't know, your friend.
Is it your dude? Or my dude?
Man, like we used to be close. We used to be friends.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything against him. I just don't like people lying to get fucking sponsoring and being put in the spotlight when they only say bullshit. It's just.
Wait.
Dude, I mean, like. Well, what would you think of a fighter that pretend to be something and you realize a couple of years later he buys fake belt on eBay?
I
Wow.
mean, that's what I mean. Like, how would you feel?
Well,
Especially knowing it's someone who's been like you've been training with or you've been like kind of close to, you know? It
yeah.
just look bad, man. It just look bad, you know? I mean,
Wait, you're saying that all I had to do was lie to get sponsors? Wait,
I no, I mean today, honestly, if that shit was happening today, you wouldn't even be able to do that. But back then, you know, nobody was following MMA a couple years ago. Like, you know, you know it. Like when you live in an island, you're kind of shut down about everything. Especially when you only have one or two people going overseas and doing MMA. Like you don't really know what's going on. You don't really know. So if the guy is telling you, "Hey, I'm gonna fight for a huge belt in a huge promotion and blah 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 blah," you believe it. You he come back to show you a belt. You know, and the people who really fucked up about that are the supposedly sports newspaper, journalists from home who never checked the reality of what he was saying. You know, because if a small investigation work would have been done just to check about results overseas or something, everybody would have found out that. But then
so
it's just
what you're saying is I need to be a reporter in Tahiti is what you're saying. To do absolutely no research
now
and
people
get
have
paid?
more access to stuff. And unfortunately for him, like what happened is that I came permanently in California to train, and like it's like in the end, you truth always come up, man.
Yeah, the truth is set you free. Um yeah, man.
Always
So
come up. I'm sorry for him. I'm sorry for that. But honestly, like I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, you know, like even if a lot of body are not like don't know about it yet. You know, a lot of people still don't know about it. But like people who know about it, like man, like it's just I don't know.
yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's just like the Instagram, right? McDojo life, and you see those people they flick and then motherfuckers fly 30 feet into the air. I guess the same thing, right?
It's pretty much what it is, you know.
Just
Hey,
saying.
through social media and through pictures and videos, you can pretend to be something you're not easily.
Like a podcaster? Shit. Shit.
I'm not saying about podcaster, but it's easy sometimes to pretend to be something you're not because you show only what you want to show.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
So
Which
yeah, but I've seen that he was on the card for the J Street fight, and yeah, I've seen the fight, dude. I've seen the fight.
you said you seen the fight, dude. Seen the fight.
Well, yeah.
I there you go. 10 points. There you go.
Well, anyway, I've seen his fight, and I don't know. I was torn between embarrassment for him and like sadness, because the thing that is sad overall is that during this fight you see how technically like bad he is, how bad fighter he is. It sucks. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. What do you want me to say?
Tell me how you really feel.
Well, yeah, I feel sad for him because you expose yourself and you fucking suck, man. What do you want me to tell you? It's not about losing. Everybody lose. It happens to everybody,
Yeah.
It's not the problem. It's just that, dude, like, fuck, man, you suck. You're really bad. Like, and you've been doing that for how many years? I mean, pretending to do that for, you know, it's just, yeah, I'm sad for him because in the end, like I said, like, I'm disappointed of him, but I know he's not a bad person, like, it just sucks. It just sucks, man.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
To be
But
honest, if I was watching my own fights, because I'm someone very critical about myself. I'm very critical. I'm very hard on myself. And like if I was watching my fights and feeling like I really suck like that, like technically I can't answer to anything. I'm not saying I'm super good. That's not what I'm saying. But like I think I would stop. I would quit at one point, you know? Because what's the point? You suck. It's like you want to be a fucking ballet dancer. Yeah, but you suck. So why would you keep doing that? You ridiculize yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You know what I mean? Well, anyways,
he's so the
no,
fight.
bro, hey, bro, listen to that. The worst for me is that he owns a gym, okay, and he's supposed to teach stuff. What the fuck is he teaching? Because when you see technically how bad is his striking, his wrestling, and his ground game, I'm like, what the fuck does he teach?
I don't. I,
You know, like what are you teaching? Then
patty
what are
cake.
you teaching?
Patty cake.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you know what could happen though? Like, and this is like old school MMA where like people weren't good, right? But they were better than the people that they were trading, right? So they had people that were trading them or training with them, pay them money to learn what little they knew, just to be body bags, you know,
Yes.
for the teacher, right?
Well,
Like,
that's what it is. I think that's what it is over there. You know, that's what it is because I had several people that came to my gym then and told me about it. You know, and I have people that I know that have been there and told me like about it. So yeah, I know. I mean, I kind. To be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't give a fuck. I have better things to think and focus on. But it's just that yeah. I mean,
no, I hear you. I hear you. But so what I want to know is, obviously you're here in California, right? And how do you find out about Hexagon? Like, do they contact
okay,
you or?
yeah, yeah. So those guys that creating Hexagon, they're working with like big promotion in the United States too, and so it's like all connections. It's like yeah, and so actually they're supposed. So I can't talk about it right now,
Okay,
but there's
yeah.
supposed to be a huge American promotion that is supposed to come to Tahiti in November and make a show.
Ooh.
And so the promoters are working with them to set it up. We don't know if it's going to happen yet. I mean, it's still in work. And so they were like, oh, the only person we can put on the, because it will be televised on ESPN if it happens. They're like, literally, the only person from Tahiti we can put on television is Hani. Like, that's clearly what they said. So they will have to bring people from, you know, anyway, people who already signed up to this promotion to make a show, but because it's in French Polynesia, like, they will have at least one person from over there. Um, and then they will probably put the other fighters from over there, but it won't be televised for sure. You know.
Right.
So the promoters heard about me and everything, and they were like, "Well, actually, we'd be interested to make a fight in France for the event that we're going to do in July." And so that's how it happened. Like,
That's got to be an honor, though, right? Like,
okay, yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
we want to put Honey on TV. Like that's
Well, I guess it's not that I'm good, but if you have to pick someone from Tahiti, is that you have to. No, but what I mean, okay, I'm not pretending to be like in the, you know, to be honest, like if I was making it to the UFC today, I don't know how I would do. I don't know if my level could match up people who are like in the top 10 of the UFC.
right.
You know, I think personally I need couple more experience and everything. Yeah, I work my ass off really bad. Like I work with very top people. Like obviously my main training partner is Carla Esparza. You know, like obviously, like I have some qualities to be able to hang there. You know,
Right.
but I think I still have a lot of work to do and a lot of improvements still to do. But like, if you want to promote French comedy in Asia, who the fuck is able to show up on TV and do something decent?
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like you have a lot of people. It's not like you have a lot of people who have access to like big promotion from over there and like big gyms where they can train with like decent people. So yeah, that's why I think, you know, and I mean, yeah, that's an honor for me also because, you know, fighting in France and it's pretty cool.
So, in theory, right? In theory, if everything worked out the way that it's supposed to, let's say you Tahiti kind of kicks Neil Caledonia's ass, right? In
It's not
theory.
in theory, you know, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, right? I
I
wasn't
mean,
trying.
it's a fight, man. Like everything can happen. It's not like I'm not getting in there. Like I respect and I always take seriously any opponent I have. Everyone. It's like they're fighters, so and it's a fight. Everything can happen. But man, like she will have to go over my dead body to get this win. I'm telling you, like I'm not losing this fight. This is not happening. And
Wow.
I know how I train. I know how I work my ass off. I know where I stand at. You know, I know what I'm able to, and I'm getting there to finish this girl. That's it.
I like that. I absolutely love it. And
Yeah,
theory.
it's there's no other way out. You know.
Wow, that reminds me of that song. There's no easy way out. No something home. It's fucking Karate Kid or some odd. Which, funny enough, you know, there's a song. It's not New Caledonia, but Louis Jordan, way back in like the 50s, he had a song, right? And it was called Caledonia. And do you know the lyrics?
No, I don't.
It is uh, Caledonia, Caledonia, what makes your big head so hard? So theoretically, if your opponent's head is as hard as Louis Jordan says in his song Caledonia, what are you going to do to overcome that in this fight?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting your skills down, but I think I'm a way more better, well-rounded fighter. I have everything. I have the striking, but I also have the ground and the wrestling. And I definitely like if there's one thing that I'm 200% confident in is my cardio. Like I'm telling you, I know some people work their ass off, but there's no like I'm a fucking machine, man. Like I live for that shit.
I
It's
love
like
it.
you take someone like it's like literally I'm in United States and I do that every day, all day. And that's the only reason why I wake up in the morning and then I go to sleep at night. I have nothing else to do.
Oh, that's real in the field. That's real in the field.
That's it. I mean, that's all I have to say.
And
So I really believe my skills are better. Like if I don't know how to put it out and give a good show and win, it's my fault because I'm a dumbass. But I know that my skills are way better. I know about everything. I have no doubt about it. Now I need to use it.
yeah,
I need to use it the right way. That's it.
no, I love it. I love it. Now, this might be my dyslexia or what have you. When people are like, my main weapon is my cardio, I'm all like, oh, are you throwing a treadmill at the opponent? No, no.
Now I'm not. But before she's gonna guess out before I do. That's what all my opponents do. They guess out.
That's facts.
They gas out, and I'm able to fucking cruise when they're already like with the pedal down. I know it.
Yeah.
I fucking know it.
No.
So it's like I'm telling you, I'm not gonna gas out. Gassing out during a fight is not something that happens to me.
You're a fucking Tahitian Tesla. No gas. No
Right?
fucking gas.
Right? Yeah.
Don McGuire of the Fighter's Race with Don McGuire says, I interviewed her through Colin Oyama. Flor is
Oh
a
yeah.
beast.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
Yes. And speaking
Yeah,
facts,
man. Hey,
100%.
I'm telling you something too. When you're able to handle a coach like Colin Oyama, dude, you can handle anything. You can go to fucking Russian camp.
That's facts.
People who have trained with this man know what I'm talking about, and that's why so many fighters don't hang there a long time. You know, and because is I think it's like you can compare it to the Olympic USSR camp. You know, this guy doesn't give a fuck. Is like we had a lot of fighters that came to do like a little bit of their camp here and everything that came from the outside that were getting ready for the UFC fight. So they came here because they knew one of the fighters that were training there, and they were like, "Hey, you guys don't fucking know. This is crazy." And we were like, "Yeah, that's our everyday life with Cody Mayama."
That's, yeah. Don says he's legit. Be real or get the fuck out, apparently.
Exactly, that's how he talks to you. It tells you clearly, like if it's like, no, I don't give a flying fuck. If you don't want to do what I'm telling you, then get the fuck out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how he is. It's not. I mean, I like it. You know, sometimes you feel like, man, this guy is really a dick. He can be a dick, you know, but that's what makes him a good coach. Like I like working with someone like that because I don't want a coach that's gonna pat my back and tell me, "Oh, you're good." Oh, when it's not. No, when I suck, I want you to tell me. And him, there's no problem. He's gonna tell you. He's gonna tell you for sure.
Now, I guess, this does it add any bit of pressure, right? Going into this, I mean, you're essentially coming home to France, a place that the last time you were there, theoretically, in any capacity, you were kind of working for the government and what have you. You weren't so much a fighter.
I went there like because I trained in France at MMA factory for a couple months
Okay.
3 years ago, and I had a fight in England after that. That's the only loss I have on my record was so going to no, I mean the pressure, no, the excitement, yes. That's something that Coach Oyama told me last week because I think he's scared that he's going to put a lot of pressure on my shoulder. But I don't think so. Not more than anything else. I mean, you know, I feel like I'm the type of fighters that knows how to use the crowd as a powerful thing. You know, like as a I like it. I feel like it pumps me up. And yeah, being home. I mean, with my crowd and everything. I mean, of course, like there will be the opponent's crowd too, but I don't give a fuck. Like that's how it is. This is going to be big. I know I'm going to have a lot of support from Tahiti, from France, from the United States, like even from Australia, because I trained and fought over there for a while. So yeah, I mean, pressure, no, excitement, yes, because dude, it's like months and months of hard work that you can show in 15 minutes.
I
It's
could
like
have, yeah.
everything you go through is to lead to that moment. You know? So I don't want to let any pressure or anxiety waste it because this is my moment. Every fight is my moment. I walk to each single fight like this is the more important fight of my life, and this is my moment. So yeah,
I like it. That almost makes you into Kelly Clarkson. That some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
yeah, it is. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? If it's not because you love it and because you have this goal that is like those 15 minutes, you know, we go through so much shit.
No,
So it's all this hard work, all this it's just yeah.
I can't wait. I think this is just the world kind of converging. For you to be at this place in your career at a time where France and Tahiti are opening up to the
Yeah.
sport of MMA. This is just it's so perfect, right? And you almost are the perfect person to do that. It's almost fate. It's fate.
Almost. Why is there almost?
It is fate. Oh, they could have
No, you
picked a
said
certain.
almost the perfect person. No, that's not almost, brother. I'm the perfect person.
Okay, I was like, they could have hired a dude.
No, because the promotion, yeah, when his name has been brought up, they were like, no, we don't even want to hear about him. He has a huge bad reputation in France, man. He
That's not
does.
good.
It's not good. Of course, it's not good. Well, what do you think?
Nobody pays me for my thoughts.
It's
It's about
I
you.
know. See. That's what's good when you can say everything you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
So you were speaking of obviously, France and Tahiti, having this like, the support behind you, which is kind of carrying you through those soft days at Team Oyama, right? So,
mm,
do you have anything to say to your Tahitian people that have supported you all this way?
they. I try to communicate a lot with people following me through my social medias a lot. Sometimes I do live videos and stuff so I can talk to people. Yeah, people knows that they're without their support and without all the love that they give me because people really like I mean some people fucking hate me but like the people will yeah I mean some people will always hate you and honestly I will always give a fuck I will always like don't give a fuck I don't care loving me or hating me I don't care I don't give a fuck you're not paying my bills you're not putting food on my table you don't do what I do so shut the fuck up and just you know but loving me or hating me, but people who love me and support me, yeah, I'm so grateful for it, because, that's what gives me strength, especially when you go through tough moments, because believe me, there's a lot of tough moments living this life. And knowing that, your whenua is behind you, your family, the people who love you, it gives you a lot of strength, a lot.
That's amazing. But
Yeah,
obviously, the Isles of Tahiti, your family, those aren't the only supporters that you have gearing up for this. But you got sponsors, you got fans, and what have you.
no,
So
no,
take it.
I'm pretty fortunate. I mean, everything you have in life it's because of the consequences of what you've created earlier,
Exactly.
So I worked my ass off, I've been, like I said, like fighting for years, like in boxing at first, like training, like there's no fucking talent here. Where's the fucking talent? Doesn't I'm not a talented person. I don't have any like gift or anything. I just work so hard, you know. I work hard all the time. And like maybe the little like bonuses I get, like the small reward that comes step by step, it comes because all the fucking work I've put in, everything. So yeah, the sponsoring support, everything came like step by step, but I had to show up a lot first. Nothing is like a tribute. Like it's not something like, oh, I should have that. When I hear people saying that I should have this, I should have that. Well, no, you know, like you need to fucking work and show that you deserve it. You know,
Yeah, I think Joey Diaz put it better than anything that I could understand. Is like you gotta prove to the universe your reason for existing every fucking day, every
yes,
day.
that's like that for everything in life. Nothing's free. Nothing comes for free. You know, anything you you're trying to accomplish, everything you're trying to achieve, then you're gonna have to like wait and work hard for that.
Hard work, dedication.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing. And even if sometimes you don't like get exactly the results you want, at least you get something. You always get something. In the end, you always get something.
No, 100%, 100%. Which I mean, obviously, there's times that get tough, right? To get yourself out of that kind of defeatist mindset, right? Because again, there's a lot of things with the last year where people can feel disappointed and defeated. But what helps you get
Yeah.
through those dark times?
Honestly, I think it's just the drive I have for what I do. I just love it. I think it's just the love I have for the sport. And sometimes, also why, like when you have so many people behind you, and you look at everything you've been through, everything you've been, all the way you've done already, and you're like, no, I didn't come that far to give up. I have to finish. I have to end everything I started. You know? And I feel it's not the moment. I feel like I have a lot of things to do still. Um, the day it will be the end, I will feel it. I will know it. But I still have this fire in me. I have the love that I have for the sports. I even when it's hard, even if I'm feeling like drained physically, mentally, even if I take a huge beat up in sparring, even if like a lot of things, like that makes me want to fucking quit or cry. This is just for a couple seconds. This is not lasting. Because in the end, I still want to be here and do what I do.
Uh,
So
fuck it.
yeah.
Fucking love it. And ooh, Don McGuire says, "Who do you correlate best with in the gym? Who and what is your fondest moment in the sport so far?"
So who do I correlate the most in the gym?
Yeah.
I think Carla. Carla is really someone that, and kind of for each other, we took a big part in each other's life as training partners. And yeah, for sure, because I've been with her for, the past 4 or 5 fights she's done. I was with her nonstop during her camp. And when I watched her last fight, I was so nervous, like because I was with her every single day during this camp, and every step that we've been working on, everything, it's just yeah, we have a very huge bond, like as training partner, and also like we became closer also, as friends, like. But yeah, for sure, I think so because that's definitely the person that I go through a lot with, even like for my past 2 fights, she was there to make me cut way through terrible moments. And for this upcoming fight, she's the one coming with me again to France. So yeah, it's a big like I think we have a big like we developed a very big relationship as training partner, and you start to know each other so good about everything. Uh, it's crazy, yeah. And the more fun moment I got in the sport, yeah, that's a good question, man. Like, I don't know, because I feel like I had a lot.
Go for it.
I feel like I had a lot. Honestly, I don't know if I would answer. I don't know if I can answer this question because yeah, there were so many things, Everything was different, but as strong the sensation, I don't know. I think for me, yeah, definitely. Training at Team Oyama was definitely a huge step up and something that's been I don't know how to say that, but it's something huge, but you don't really realize, and it's like a moment that lasts on several years, and there's not like one particular moment. It's everything mixed up together. This is crazy sometimes when I think about the way I live right now and all this life experience I'm going through. And I don't even realize that back then, in a couple of years, when everything will be done, and I will think about all those years like that, I will be like, wow, that was crazy, you know?
Yeah, they always say hindsight is 2020. And you when you look back from where at a vantage point of where you are now, it's amazing to see what you've accomplished. But in the day to day kind of strife of life, it's kind of hard to kind of measure, how
Exactly,
far you've come.
exactly. That's why I'm like, man, like, what if in a couple of years, I keep, because like the way I feel right now, I'm almost 35 years old, but like, I feel like I can fight until 45, you know what I mean? Like, if my body allows me to, and if my mind is always willing to, um, yeah, I mean, why not? It's not like if I was planning to get pregnant and have a family, like I don't want to. My life is fighting. And but it's like I can't even imagine during all those next years that I still have to live as a fighter, what I'm going to be living, because everything that I've been living now just for the couple of past years already, and it's all the accomplishment that I'm going to be able to do in the future. So
No,
yeah, right now I feel like it's hard for me to talk about that because I don't have, the step back necessary to talk about it because I'm deep in it. My head is deep in it.
no, 100
And
percent.
one day maybe I will look at that and I will be older and I will be, man, that was crazy. Like I don't even know how or why I've done that. And how I finally, realize all those stuff because it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Living this life is crazy.
Yeah, it's La Vida Loca. I think Ricky
Yeah,
Martin said it best.
it's really crazy the way we live. Like I mean, it was even worse when we used to live in this fucking fighter house.
Whoa,
Dude,
what?
I'm telling you, I think if I have to answer something about the fun moments were like the fighter house. Oh man, where we used to live, we were like 15 people in the house at one moment. Man. That was crazy. Yeah, I've lived crazy shit in
What?
this fighter house.
When was this, and who was there?
Well,
Maybe
so
maybe
we
we
were
don't name names, but let's just say situations.
um yeah we so there was a house. So Coach Oyama had this house up for a couple of years. It started with Chito Vera,
Mm-hmm.
Luis Smoka, Alex Perez, and it was bringing some international fighters. That's how the thing started.
Ah.
But yeah, and so we started to bring more like international fighters and everything at Team Oyama. So people were staying in the fighter house. And for years, different people like, and some people were coming periodically, and some people were like kind of permanently doing it. Yeah, that was like a turnover. That was really funny. And so when I got here, that's how Coach Oyama like was like, hey, because the concept was good. Like the team was providing the house. Like we didn't have to pay shit, but we had to take care of the gym. We had to clean. We had a lot of things like that. And when COVID happened last year, the gym couldn't afford it anymore. So that's how it ends. The fighter house things ended at the beginning of 2020. And so couple fighters, we decided to stay here because we're international, and so we took an apartment together. Yeah.
Wow, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it started because of Alex Perez. He inspired
yeah,
going. Yeah.
because coach. So at this, yeah, it was like I think there was also Chico in the picture, and so it started like because um so Alex was like living up north of
Hmm.
California.
Yeah,
And
Hanford,
so
which
he was
is
driving down, and it was complicated. He was staying
4 hours.
in the gym, yeah, and he was staying in the gym. Like it was complicated. So coach was like, "Yeah, let's do that, so we can have good fighters." Because he was also in the process to get Cheeto here in the United States, and he already knew Luis too. So
Yeah,
Luis was he wanted to bring in Luis too in United States. So yeah, that's I'm telling you, this is how like it started, pretty much, and.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, these things has been helping a lot of fighters. Yeah, and so when I got there, that was funny. That was crazy. It was crazy, man. We were packed in the bedrooms. So at first, because then when we ended up being three girls in the house, we were like, hey, we need a girl bathroom and a girl bedroom. But at first, we were like sharing bathroom and bedroom with guys. I didn't give a fuck. Like I was used to it. I was in the military, so for me, it was not a problem. But there was some moments where like, oh yeah, and you meet so many different type of people too. You end up living with so many different people, and what's funny is that no, like for the whole time I've been in the house, we never had clash, we never had bad argument, nothing, nothing until that someone that was not a fighter, a kid, like we knew coach, and coach let him stay at their house with us, and this guy was a motherfucker. And he ended up having all the fighters on his ass that wanted to fucking kill him. Because
Shit.
he was a disrespectful little brat. And one time he got so scared he locked himself up in the bathroom because there was one of them that really wanted to fuck him up bad. He wanted to play the smart ass. Like, dude, you're in the bad spot to play the smart ass, man. You're gonna get fucked up. I mean, like for real, you know. So yeah, it was like interesting. It was funny. Those experiences, man. Like, I'm telling you,
Wow, that sounds like a new concept. Sick of fighters in a house, and then
hey, for real. At one moment we were talking about that with one of the other girl. We were like, hey, dude, you know what? Like, we would sell that shit to Netflix
yeah,
as a show with different seasons, like the Fighter House. Man, that
yes,
shit would work. It was like a reality show with fighters, and especially because some of us like make it to the UFC. Like Fernando,
yeah,
Padilla, he just signed with the UFC.
right, yeah.
Yeah, and like I live with him, like, and he was in the Fighter House with us. So you kind of follow the step. We were like, dude, that would make a
That
killing.
would, and you could actually do like a fucking like a series, right? Just
Yeah,
like
you
one
can
hour
actually
series on
see us,
each
yeah.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh yeah, believe me, like we talked about it for a while, and we even talked to Coach Oyama about it. I remember Coach was like, "Huh,
Okay,
yeah,
we're
that
gonna.
would bring money. That would
We're,
bring money. That would be good."
wha- okay. Yeah. We're gonna talk off air because I got something. But also, what are your thoughts on Sam Elliott? I mean Sam Wilson. Why did I say Elliott? What the
Sam
fuck?
is, oh my god, I love Sam. Sam is the reason why I'm in Team Oyama,
Really?
because she's the one that connected me with Coach Oyama.
Wow.
Yeah, she's because Coach Oyama and her have known each other for years. Sam Wilson, someone who's been like, she's been in the sport for a long time. she actually got me the Invicta contract too when I was in the
Wow.
Invicta contract. Yeah. And Sam Wilson is someone who's very good, like at finding talents, especially in the women's MMA. She's very good because she's passionate about watching fights. She's passionate about, she's a real passionate about MMA, and especially for women's sports. And so she found me out one time, like she saw my first MMA fight, and yeah, like she felt I had something, so she did a lot of things for me. She got me a fight with Tough Enough in
Mm-hmm.
Vegas when I was
Vegas,
in
yeah.
Wisconsin, yeah. And then she connected me with different coaches. And yeah, she actually gave me the how to say that. She made me having the opportunity to go train in Camps Planet San Diego, or
Wow.
to go to CSA, or to go to Timoyama. So she's the one that made all the connections for me. And I haven't met Timoyama. Was my number one choice. Like I really wanted it.
That is so
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Yeah.
She
Shout
connected
out.
me. She connected me with Coach Oyama. That's how I ended up here because of Sam Wilson.
Shout out to Sam. That's a real
Now,
MVP.
hey, Sam is someone who does so much for so many people who are in the UFC now, and people have no clue of everything she. Yeah,
Yep.
she gives a lot of opportunities, and honestly, like you have a lot of fighters like um Raquel Pennington, for example. I know even Carla. If you talk to Carla about Sam, she will tell you when she started her MMA career and there was no like a lot of fights and everything. Like Sam did a lot for Carla to help her. You know, that's how Carla ended up in the Invicta, I believe. And
Wow. That's
yeah,
incredible.
no, Sam is someone who's big for the sport, but she saved my ass. Damn, what happened?
Damn.
Yeah, she's the kind of person who don't expect any reward or being put in the spotlight, but she does everything she does because of the love she has for the sport and because she wants to help people. You have people like that. They are naturally good and they want to help you succeed because they're happy to see people succeed. And she's this type of person. Yeah. And
That's
I promised her, I made a promise to her that the day I'm going to the UFC, she's gonna be there. I'm bringing her with me.
damn.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
an incredible deal.
yeah. Because she's been doing so much for me. She's done a lot for me.
Yeah?
I wouldn't even be in California today without her.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
because she contacted me, so she already put me in touch with Manolo in Camps
Yeah.
Planet in Vigo.
Right.
And I was trying to go to CSA too, to school out gyms because she was like, "Hey, you should go see those two gyms because I think that's very good gyms. That's where you should go. One of those two." And then apparently she talked. So I was supposed to take the plane like 2 days later. I was driving in my car. I remember that. And she shoot me a message and she was like, "Hey, when are you leaving to California again?" And I'm like, "Oh, in 2 days." And she said, "Oh, do you want to stop at Timoyama too?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, isn't it?" So, yeah, that's where Carla is part of. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, yeah, of course." Yeah. It's like, "Okay, let me put you in touch with Colin Oyama." And so right away, Colin, Coach Oyama is, he was
Yeah?
like, not losing time about introducing and bullshit. Yeah, I'm trying to recruit a girl, 115 or 125, but a good girl, like not someone shitty. And he said, "Sam told me you were good, so I would be open to have you at the gym and try out." And I was like, "Okay." So in 2 days, that's how we planned it. And yeah, I went to I was deciding not to go to CSA because it was Northern California, and I was like, okay, worst case scenario, I will take another trip and I will go just to CSA and I'm gonna go. So I took 2 weeks. I went down to South San Diego and 1 week at Timoyama in Irvine.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, like, I really wanted Timoyama. Like, for me, there was like no doubt about, I don't know, everything. I just felt like it was what I needed. And
That's
yeah, so the whole week, like Coach Oyama was making me do stuff. Like I felt like I was being tested. And it was very stressing because you have all these big names, Chito, Carla, and literally at this time I was a complete different fighter. I was getting my ass kicked really bad, like really bad. And I was like, man, I suck. Like, I'm able to make it. Like, and at the end of the week, he was like, so when are you coming back? Because I was supposed to leave back to Tahiti. And I was like, well, can I come back? He said, well, I'm asking you right now, so it means you can come back. That's a country advice. It's like, it's very like, it's like, well, obviously I'm asking you to when you come back, so it means you're welcome to come back. It was like, oh, cool, yeah, well, I'm coming back in like 2 months. Like by the time I had to get back home and get ready for everything.
and the rest, I think, is history, right? Pretty
The,
much.
the what?
The rest, as they say, is history, right?
Yeah, everything that happened after that. Yeah, I mean, dude, it was just funny. Like, when I think about everything how it happened, it's just funny.
That's shout out to Sam Wilson, and
Yeah,
in
and everything. Oh yeah, I remember you told us. I remember
wow,
that she. Yeah, see, Sam has a huge heart. Like, she's someone with a huge heart, and yeah, she's a very big person. Yeah.
yeah, we need more Sam Wilsons in not just MMA, but
I'm
in the
telling you,
world.
if you have to interview someone, interview Sam because she would have a lot of stories there.
I think we might have to do that. I'm just
Yeah,
saying. I'm just
you have to. You have to.
yeah, yeah,
She's someone who has been very, very close to Shannon
yeah, yeah,
Knapp, and so she's been doing a lot of work internally, like for Invita, I know for sure. Yeah,
yeah. And
yeah.
Don McGuire, he thinks that's your best moment in the sports floor, and you brought it out.
I guess coming to Team Oyama yeah, it's a big step for me. It's been
Yeah,
we'll see it's definitely something that made me a different fighter since I've been training here.
different
Being
fighter,
trained
different person.
also because I've learned how to live with people more. Like, I'm not a tolerant person at all, and even after my years of military and everything. When you end up being in a situation where you live with people nonstop and you train with them and everything, you have to learn how to become like more tolerant about different things. You know,
Yeah,
it's a lot of things like that. I think you just the perspective of seeing things a certain way. You have a different perspective because that's the experience you have in life.
no,
Yeah,
and perspective is everything.
it is. It is. Yeah, I think I was already a tough person, but training here with Coach Yama made me even tougher. You have to be able to handle this, man. I'm telling you.
Hmm. That's kind of the terms and conditions, right? That's
Hmm.
what you sign up for. Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah, Flore in fight mode is tremendous. Great guest, great interview. No, thank
Thank
you.
you, man. Thank you.
Yes, which
Always fun.
obviously, as we got thanks, right? Obviously, we kind of touched on it a little bit, but obviously, heading into Hexagon MMA 1, you got friends, sponsors, people who have supported you. So take as long as you like, Florida. Let's get some shout outs out of the way.
Yeah. So First of all, I'd like to do a huge shout out to my coaches because they're amazing. Like my boxing coach, Chili Gutierrez, my jiu-jitsu coaches, because I have different ones. Like I've been training less with Matt lately, but you know he's taught me a lot for the past 2 years. My coach Arthur from Tennis Planet Costa Mesa.
Yeah.
Wesley that went to Tahiti to open the Tennis Planet Tahiti for me, but has been training me for a while. And Scary Carry that's been with Carla and me for the past couple of years, like the past year, like he's been with us a lot as training partner and as a coach. So yeah, those coaches, of course, Colin Oyama, who's been kicking my ass since day one, and then my training partners, because I'm really fortunate to have such good people around me, like of course, Carla number one, because man, she's if I even if she just felt if I'm calling her and I'm telling her Carla I need you, she's gonna be there. She's gonna be in the gym with me. And I have Lisa who came back from injury and she's there for me, and that's really fortunate too. I get my ass kicked by them, like all the small guys from the team, Elias, Yuma, all those guys that's been helping me, Gianni. Um, and my main wrestling partner too, Robert, who's a small guy too. Like all those people have been contributing of me getting a better fighter. They're here in the gym every day. They work their ass off and they give me some of their time because they obviously care of me as a teammate. So that's huge. So yeah, the first shout out I wanted to give are all those people. All those people like my strength and conditioning coach Luis. Same thing. He's been like pushing me a lot, talking to me a lot. We've been doing a great job together, and yeah, I'm very fortunate. Like even lately, I've been sparring more with like girls. He's been coming just to give me work, like Jen, Faye. They're very good sparring partner. I have this chance. Like even Tyler would propose me to come and spar with the girls at Classic Fight Team. Like it's really cool. Like I have a lot of support, a lot of help. I know that you're by yourself when you get in the cage, but hey man, if you don't have a huge team around you or people who are willing to help you, then you're nothing. You're nothing. And
Uh,
yeah, I've been with the best people around. And yeah, and of course, like my sponsors, especially like I had two sponsors who've been sponsoring me for this fight. It's Yaya's Yumi. Yaya's, she's training at the boxing gym and she has her own business to make cakes and bakeries, and so she's been sponsoring me for this fight. And my barber, Labrada, Danny Labrada, has been sponsoring me. So yeah, and I have a lot of other sponsors back home in Tahiti who's been sponsoring me for a while, for years, and some people have been jumping in for this fight to help me for the camp. So yeah, it's cool. And like if anybody wants to help me, like we're gonna put out some shirts soon and we're gonna sell it. Yeah, so probably after the fight, because there's so much shit to do, man, to get ready for the fight. So yeah, yeah, and of course, like my family, my best friend Ava in Tahiti, my girlfriend who's been with me for like fucking 4 training camp now since we met. Like as soon as we met, we were like, I was in camp for Invita last year, and
yeah.
that's the fourth camp she's going through with me. So
Wow.
she knows what it's like, and yeah, she's been very supportive.
The fact she made it through one is crazy.
Yeah, and like, dude, the first two ones, I was going down to 115. So can you imagine how bitch I was?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
can
Now
imagine.
she's still there. Like,
And
obviously now she's a huge fighter fan. Like she's a huge fighting fan. She loves watching fights. She's actually she loves it. So she's been supporting me a lot because she knows all I go through. She's with me here in California. She knows.
yeah.
She's a really good supporter and a really good girlfriend. So yeah, I'm
Oh,
really fortunate to have her.
Mari
Well,
Yeah, June,
Yamasaki's.
like, let's not be like too cheesy, but yeah.
Mari,
I mean, when you have
eh,
someone by your side that understand what you go through and that's supporting you, like, it's really important.
no, absolutely. And I mean, most importantly, she told you to get AMC sooner than you did. Never forget.
Exactly, right?
Never forget. Never
Yeah,
forget. Now,
yeah.
now, Flor, for those who want to get in contact with you and follow your rise to the top into glory at Hexagon MMA 1, where can they find you on social media?
I'm very active on Instagram. So my Instagram account is Aito. But if you tap Flor Hani, it's gonna pop up. And I try to be very active on Facebook too because Tahiti crowd is more on Facebook. So yeah, I have an athlete page too, like it's for Hani. I have Twitter, but I just retweet stuff, so it's not really good. Honestly, like yeah, mostly Instagram. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. And the self pride and gratitude is righteous. You'll be around for a long time, says Don McGuire. And
Yeah,
that
that's
is,
that's that's the goal, That's the goal. I want to stay. Man, I went in MMA late in life, Like I was already over I was over like 30. I was like 31, 30, 31, and like I love this sport. It's just I feel like it's so interesting, and yeah, I wish you see a lot of fighters like Marion Renault, that has been fighting until 43 years old. Like, I mean, why not? Why not? Like as long as the body let me do it, and that you still have the drive for it, then okay, like let's do it for 10 more years then.
see, that's it. That's what dreams are made out of. And thank you for making my dreams come true because I was so like, Dondo got the fucking interview. And this is the third time you've been on the show. So,
Yeah, that's
fucking,
the third time we're together, and yeah, that's something I didn't talk about, and it's like I've missed weight twice, and this is something that never happened to me before during my world boxing career. Even like I've been going several times to 115 before, and it never happened, and then twice in a row I've been like missing weight, and obviously there was a problem. There was a problem. So for the past couple months before to get back to this training camp, I've been struggling with metabolic damage. I was actually
wow.
suffering. Yeah, I suffered from metabolic damage, and that's why it explained that I've been missing weight because I never fucked up my camps. I've never. There's people who know me knows I'm strict. I am with my diet. I never fucked up. I never fucked up. But when you have metabolic damage coming, it's a whole different story. So yeah, and actually I found out that many female fighters go through that. And when you see people sometimes that miss weight twice in a row, it's not because they fucked up. Especially when it's women, it's because medical shit is going on, obviously. So no, I didn't miss weight because I know people are easy to talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I didn't miss weight because I fucked up or because I'm a lazy fat fuck. It's because I had metabolic damage. And a huge part of why I had metabolic damage is because for months and months I was working overnight, 8 hours a night, and I was training all day. And I was sleeping 3 hours a day. And I've been through two camps like that to go to 115, and it's just my body broke down. My body broke down.
Wow.
Yeah. So to recover from that, you need time, and your body needs to go back to a normal cycle. And that's why I've taken the decision not going to 115 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And because I feel like I need to respect my body. I need to respect my body, and yeah, those weight cuts were drastic.
Yeah, that's the thing. I fucking hate weight cuts, man, and not just because I'm a fat dude. Um,
Do you know
But
someone who likes weight?
yeah, no, no. But the fact of the matter is, I just think at this point, right, as the UFC was trying to get legalization, right, they wanted to do things like respectable sports like boxing and wrestling and do weight cuts. Realistically, especially like what's going on in one, you don't need weight cuts. Like you when people are weighing in, they're close to death. They're close to death,
No, but
and then
that's crazy, man. I'm telling you, like, I can talk. I could talk about many people, but I don't like talking about people. That's their own life, you know.
right,
But when it comes to me,
yeah.
I was dieting like fucking crazy for weeks, putting my body because to be like literally to go to 115, I had to put my body naturally down to 125, which is for me horrible because naturally my body already struggled to go below. I shouldn't be going in the 130 naturally.
Wow.
And you can tell because to have those extra pound lost, that weight cutting, just with dieting, I had to like deprive myself completely of carbs and run like twice or sometimes 3 times a day beside training. And it's a permanent stress in your head because you know you have to reach a certain goal in weight. But this is not even enough because it means like when I'm naturally going down to 125, then I'm going to suffer no matter what because I'm going to go through a weight cut that's going to make me lose 10 pounds of water weight. And this is horrible because beside during the war camp, beside the stress of the diet, you have the stress of like it was like I was getting into fight week and it wasn't like fuck yeah it's fight week I'm gonna do what I love at the end of the week. It was like fuck it's fight week I'm gonna take 10 pounds of water weight. I'm gonna spend 24 hours suffering because I had if I wanted to do something without passing out or anything I had to take my time to cut the weight. So sometimes it would take me up to like 24 hours. People saw me cutting weight to go to 150. I'm telling you. People who saw me have been by my side when I was doing those weight cuts. No,
Jesus
but
Christ.
yeah, that was just yeah. And now I can't do that to myself anymore. Especially the last time, and I was trying to go to 115 and I missed weight. Carla was there, and this time I really got scared because I almost passed out in the bathtub, and that was bad. So yeah, it was like a decision to stop that, you know. Like, I'm not saying one day I won't do it again, but I will do it because I will have, you know, when you get to a certain level, you have the money to pay nutritionists who are not nutritionists, they're fucking scientists.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because nutrition at this level is science. So if this is possible one day and I really have like, you know, the paycheck that goes with, then
Right.
I will go back to Flore. But at this moment, it is not even in the, it's not even in my thoughts.
Jesus, I'm just glad that you made it on the other side because that is fucking
Yeah.
scary. That's
But
fucking
it
scary.
really messed up my body so bad, or like the metabolic damage was so bad that when I tried to go back to 125 last time, my body refused to cut weight. That's why I missed weight. When I was fighting Soto, I missed weight. And I was like, what the fuck? And everybody was like, yeah. And that's Starla, she told me, hey, I'm gonna hook you up with someone from the PI because you have a problem. Like
Wow.
that's not normal. So
Wow.
yeah, it was huge. And I didn't even realize between the first time I missed weight and the other time, like I wasn't sleeping anymore. Even when I quit my night job, I wasn't sleeping anymore because my whole body cycle, my whole cycle was fucked. You know, it's like you don't have any more like how to say that you don't have any more like you know like your body go through a cycle. You know,
You're
you
right.
wake up,
Oh,
you
the
eat,
consistency. Yeah.
yeah.
You're
There was nothing anymore. Everything was like just out of the way. Yeah, yeah. No,
I'm
that was huge problem. So that's why, now going coming to Hexagon MMA, like I'm stressed about that because like the too fast experience of missing weight. And even if I know I've been having my way on track, my body's back to normal now and everything, it's still super stressing. Every
And
morning, like stepping up on the scale is stressing because I'm like, what if my body messed up and
yeah, and I mean, one thing that's going to kind of play a part is the fact that you're going to be flying, right? You're going to be
yeah,
flying.
but this is not like I'm gonna be flying, but I know that I'm not gonna eat when I'm gonna be in the plane. I know how to handle that. It's fine, and then I'm gonna get over there. I would have drink a lot of water, and when I'm gonna sweat, it's gonna like, you know, I've been through that. I know. That's why like the next week I'm really trying to get to a certain way before I fly,
Hmm.
so then I know for the week I'm fine.
God, I'm glad you're finally here. That was such a fucking horrific story.
Dude,
Oh.
I'm telling you, if I'm missing way one more time, I'm fucking shooting myself.
Let's not do that because you know how to shoot guns,
Yeah, but
and
I want to. I mean, there's no fucking way.
yeah,
I've been,
no,
I've
I
been
mean,
doing everything. Even more. I always have been very careful about the diet and everything, but now it's like even worse.
I think again, look at the diverticulitis, right? That Brock Lesnar had, and like these things happen, and some of it is genetic, but some of it is in consequence for some of these kind of outdated ways of like cutting weight or whatever. When didn't know shit about, we didn't know shit about fuck, right? Like it's just like telling people there's a wheel and motherfuckers want to still, I don't know, fucking wound a fucking piece of
Uh-huh.
stone down the fucking road. Like, we don't have to do that shit anymore. So I'm just glad that you're not gonna have to do that anymore, and you're gonna fucking kick ass. July 9th, Hexagon MMA 1 in France. Man, fucking kick ass, sis. And nothing against the Caledonians, but Tahiti all the way,
All the
right?
way, man.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Well, again, Flor, thank you for doing this yet again, and thank you guys for watching us here at According to Woods. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the According to Woods podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I mean, Flor, you're subscribed, right?
Yeah, of course I am.
Fuck
Of
yeah!
course I am.
So be like Flor, honey, and be a badass and subscribe to the podcast. But if you don't believe me, you don't believe Flor, and I don't know why you wouldn't, here's Pro Wrestler Zeta Zhang.
Hey, this is Zeta Zhang. Make sure you subscribe to According